4 people died when a storm sank a boat in northern Italy. Then it emerged that 21 of those aboard had worked for Israeli or Italian intelligence, igniting a speculative frenzy. Italy is buzzing with conspiracy theories involving Russian oligarchs, Iranian drones, and a boatload of spies. So much so, an 8-part Israeli-French-Italian production is to delve into theories about the deaths of a Mossad officer, 2 Italian operatives, and the captain's Russian wife. A riveting spy story is unfolding in Italy's Lake Maggiore, with 4 people dead, including Italian and Israeli intelligence officers. The tragedy, initially seen as an unfortunate accident caused by a sudden storm, has taken on an air of intrigue as it emerged that 21 of the 23 individuals on board the overcrowded 52-foot houseboat Guduria worked for the Italian and Israeli intelligence services. Questions have emerged about the true purpose of the boat trip, as Italy and Israel are 2 of the world's most powerful arms traders. While the official investigation focuses on determining the cause of the capsized boat, the presence of spies, and the mysterious circumstances surrounding the survivors have fueled conspiracy theories. Italian media allege that the group was working together, exchanging information and documents. Corriere della Sera speculated that the intelligence operatives were in Lake Maggiore to spy on Russian oligarchs who own villas on the lake. Others said Israeli officers were monitoring contacts between Iranian and Italian firms in Lombardy's industrial zone who deal with civilian components used for drones. The accident occurred at about 7:20 p.m. on May 28, 2023, when the boat sank during a violent storm on Lake Maggiore in northern Italy, an idyllic setting at the southern edge of the Swiss Alps. The lake is a serene and graceful playground, dotted with grand villas and Art Deco towns, the ideal setting for a John le Carré spy thriller, and, it transpires, the location of Israel's Yes TV network's upcoming 8-part dramatic miniseries. Ijar Harlev, co-creator and head writer for Mossad 101, is to showrun the Maggiore series, Variety reports. The wind speed indicators positioned nearby the lake revealed gusts ranging from 42 to 60 kilometers an hour, but the actual velocity could have been even higher at the location where the boat became ensnared by a downburst, a forceful wind descending with cold air from a thunderstorm and dispersing outward, as explained. Corriere della Sera quoted Carminati, the skipper, as saying, "It was 30 seconds, then the apocalypse came, the boat immediately capsized and we fell into the water." 8 of the 21 passengers had ties to Italy's Secret Service and 13 with Israel. Claudio Alonzi, 62, and Tiziana Barnobi, 53, who both died in the tragedy, worked for the Italians. A 50-year-old retired Mossad agent also perished, as did Anya Boshkova, originally from Russia, who crewed the boat along with her Italian husband. Claudio Carminati, the boat's skipper, survived and is under investigation, as the Guduria only had a capacity for 15 passengers. The revelation of the espionage connections has triggered intense speculation, with Italian media quickly labeling the gathering a spy party. Carminati and his wife were the only non-intelligence personnel on board. The surviving passengers either swam shore or were pulled to safety by other vessels and left the scene within a day. Israeli authorities arranged their return to Israel. Various outlets speculated whether the Alpine boat trip served as an opportunity for information exchange. Questions arose about the skipper's fluency in Bulgarian, leading some to ponder if it was merely coincidental, especially given his marriage to a Russian woman named Anna Boshkova. Moreover, the Milan daily newspaper, Corriere della Sera, posed an intriguing hypothesis on Thursday. Were the spies possibly surveying the lake for Russian magnates who had invested in the vicinity? Police tried to dampen down the speculation by dismissing the mysterious circumstances. Anyone can write what they want to. They could even say the boat was targeted by aliens. But what happened is that there was an accident caused by a weather event. A police spokesperson said, "It's not your typical 007 occasion." Samuel Panetti and a group of friends were also out on the lake aboard their boat on Sunday evening and were the first to come to the rescue of survivors. The weather had been pleasant all day, he recounted, but when the storm suddenly struck, the rain descended so heavily that it felt like navigating through a dense cloud. The rainfall and hail were relentless, and the powerful winds tossed our boat from side to side, he recalled. In the middle of the lake, he spotted what initially appeared to be a flock of seagulls, but upon drawing closer, he realized they were people from the sinking vessel, desperately calling for help, their pleas akin to that of frightened children. He and his friends swiftly extended assistance, helping some survivors onto their boat, while also throwing anything that could float into the water for others to hold on to. A few of the survivors bravely managed to swim to the safety of the shore. Sadly, the 2 female victims were found trapped inside the sunken charter boat, resting at a depth of approximately 50 feet. Meanwhile, a 3rd victim was located at the bottom of the lake, while another was found floating. The sight of all those people in the water was utterly terrifying. It felt like a scene from a movie. I still struggle to believe it was real, he shared. If we hadn't been there, I fear they all would have perished, he added solemnly. Paolo Mazzucchelli, the director for public transportation on Lake Maggiore, explained that at the moment of the accident, the wind speed escalated rapidly within an extremely short time frame, and the storm was localized and exceedingly intense. They found themselves in the wrong place at the wrong time, he concluded with a sense of regret. Conspiracy theories surrounding the incident have taken root in the absence of concrete answers. The composition of the passenger list and his wife's nationality have fueled the speculation. The sudden departure of survivors and efforts to suppress information has only added to the intrigue. Carlo Nocerino, Italy's public prosecutor, is primarily focused on ascertaining the cause of the accident, with questions surrounding the activities of the intelligence agents remaining outside the scope of his investigation. Until the boat is recovered, the true purpose of the ill-fated boat trip and its tragic accident will continue to be a subject of speculation. The condition of the boat, still submerged days after the accident, has delayed the investigation. The overcrowding on the vessel may have impeded the captain's ability to navigate through adverse weather conditions. Authorities are examining compliance with safety regulations and other aspects of the houseboat's operations. Italian media named the deceased Mossad agent Azarez Shimoni, potentially an alias, whereas Israel did not name him. The Mossad lost a dear friend, a devoted and professional worker who for decades dedicated his life to the security of the State of Israel, even after his retirement, Israel said in a statement. The PM's office added that due to his service in the organization, it is impossible to elaborate. We're unlikely to ever find out his real identity or what he was doing there, Israeli newspaper Haaretz reported. For now, the story remains a compelling mix of tragedy, espionage, and unanswered questions that have captured the public's imagination and reignited interest in the mysterious world of spies.